Hello everyone, this is Keo, and it's been about like 7 years I've been doing the role playing thing. I was looking at a lot of stuff that I basically accomplished and all that stuff, and I was like, I still do the role playing thing, and I was like, it's been 7 years. I actually branched off my own little you know mini series I have for like 2 or 3 characters that I role played as. But I remember like it was yesterday. I was 12 years old. I I was a huge fan of video games and anime and stuff, and I wanted to express more of my fandom and put my own little stick on my own characters that's being in that world or that universe. Um, when I first started off, it was just me role playing, already made characters, and then I went from to fan characters. This started all the way, my first role playing thing at Bebo. Like anybody who remembers Bebo and remember the role playing craze on Bebo, then you was as old as me because I don't know what happened to Bebo. I think it's like gone now, but like it was so much epic role playing and so much epicness on Bebo. Bebo was one of the role playing sites at the time, and that's why I started at. My first gig I was playing that I role played as Goku and all that on Bebo, and then I started to make my own characters. Now, I am going to tell people this. A lot of the characters you're going to see are indeed recolors because I looked at the whole standpoint of, I'm more huge on the writer aspect, not the drawing aspect. So, I kind of use recoloring to, help me, you know, get my character and story out and all that other stuff. If I had a personal person that drawed, my characters or whatnot, I'll use them instead. So a lot of the characters you about to see is going to be recolored. So this is let you know that you don't like recolors, you don't like the, you know, you might as well go, you know. Um, but you know, that's how I pretty much started out, and all the role playing and all the stuff actually made me better, and a lot of things, with dialogue, presentation, editing, voice acting. Yes, I did a couple of voice gigs, and the funny thing is completely out of my normal, like, how I am in real life, because I mean, some people they either get what close they can do, and some people that actually do that. But the funny thing about me is I can do like very dark, emotional, solo characters. But in me in real life, I'm a goofy, laughing, dude. What I'm saying? Just a goofball. But I had voice Shadow the Hedgehog for multiple voice recording projects. I did a series. I did voice work for Shadow the Hedgehog in a series that this guy had sent for the job for his college, but he never gave it. Gave me the copies because I would love to have that and put it on YouTube and all that stuff. But he never gave me the copies. Only he had it. I only saw it sent like voice recordings anyway. I mean, for him anyway. That. But we're just gonna move on to the characters. So, first character on the list, we have Kansuke. Um, well, there's two renditions of Kansuke, and he's gonna his pony side is you're gonna see more of, well, the pony MLP version I did of Kansuke. You're gonna see how that version looked, but I do not have any old pictures of Kansuke. It was a recolor anyway. It was a recolored Goku, so yeah, I don't have any pictures of it. So I guess I'll put some picture in there as replaced as I talk about Kansuke. Basically Kansuke's gig, well, not gig, but his story setup was I kind of did my own little, thing how they did with how they did with the fan stores of Dragon Ball AF. I I kind of did the whole God Saiyan thing before they actually made Super Saiyan God, which is strange because me and my friend Azuka was laughing. It's like, hey man, we did the Super Saiyan God thing. You know what I'm saying? All the people was doing all that hash of recolors. Did Akira Toriyama killing it us? But then again, I doubt it. But we have that idea or whatnot. But I mean, whatever. It ain't like no copyright thing. It was just fan characters and whatnot. But that made us laugh because like Super Saiyan God looks just like Goku, and Super Saiyan God 2 looks just like Azuka because he was a blue-haired Vegeta. So basically his story starts off in this universe you had Vegeta, and then you had the planet damn, I remember because this is like way back in the day. I was like 30, way back. Trying to remember the planet. Give me a second. Oh, I think it was Stark. Darn it! I wish I still had Vardok, Sordok as my friend so he can help me out with this one. With I have connection with Sordok. But anyway, well, nickname for it. Let's just say, think of Planet Vegeta, except it's just God Saiyans instead of that. And don't think of the whole God Saiyan, God mod character. No, they would just, their powers were just super amped up more than actual Saiyans. But, they can still have, a problem with other characters. Like, for example, um, a Dragon Ball AF character, Xer or whatever, has beat two of my characters or whatnot. He killed Kansuke, and he beat freaking I had three Dragon Ball Z characters. The other one I did for a short period of time, and then I did this one. Oh, I remember Kiyoshiro. Yes, Kiyoshiro. Was the green-haired Trunks that people who know my old channel will remember it. Because I had him as my YouTube avatar for whatever. That kind of got me in flack with the whole recolor war thing. Blah 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 blah. Slap happy gamer this. Da 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 da. Y'all know the ish or whatever. But that was that character, Kiyoshiro, and he was the baby brother. I'm gonna get to him later, but let me finish Kansuke. Go ahead of myself. Basically, Kansuke, he came from the God version of Planet Vegeta, and looked for his mother because his mother Zanga. No, I'm sorry. It was another it was another character that somebody else made, and their names is hard as pronounce some of the characters that I made. But I forgot Zangiga. It's Zaniga. Zangiga. Whatever it is. But that was Kansuke's mother, and his father was Vardok. Vardok was the father of Kansuke, Sordok, and Azuka. And he was looking for his mother because his mother was at planet Earth, but she left later on to go with Vardok to go to a disturbance on another planet. Now the difference between the God Saiyans were, which another strange thing that a lot of people like, dang man, we came up with that. Well, I came up with the idea and all that other stuff. Did the Akira Toriyama follow you? I was like, bro, it don't even matter because I was using his work to put my fan stuff out there, so it don't even matter. But yes, that pure-hearted Saiyan thing. Well, that's how the God Saiyans were. They were good versions of the Saiyans. Like they were Saiyans of pure heart, of kindness, and they actually tried to stop the other Saiyans from actually trying to destroy, all that or whatnot. But that was different between that. And then Kansuke, since his mom had left, and then Earth was in turmoil because countless villains had came to attack Goku and Earth and all the other stuff. And Kansuke was like, "Hey, I'm gonna stay here and protect Earth. Bada bing, bada bip." He been protecting Earth and looking out for the longest, and all that, and until he ran into another Saiyan, his wife. Crap. I'm going dirt. I'm trying to get my brain. Oh yeah. I'm gonna let people know this is gonna be unscripted. Sorry for that, because a lot of this other stuff, like if I would have put all this stuff in a script, oh my god. So I'm just go as we go. But damn, I forgot. Good. Okay, think. It was a bunch of years back. You're 13. No. Damn it. It was something with an N. Whatever. He had a wife or whatnot. And that caused him to no, around the time we had a wife, they wanted him to go back to the God Planet to report in, and then being to return back and as his job as patrol soldier, to protect the other planet. But he was like, I don't want to go back. I want to stay here, basically on Earth and all that or whatnot. Yeah. So after that, Zetzer comes in, which is last time I checked, he's a character from Dragon Ball AF. He comes in. He talks to Goku or whatever. Goku wanted to handle it, and Kansuke was like, "Nah, we still need more people here protecting Earth, and this is more of a outer dimension problem. Let me handle it." So Kansuke goes in there, drift Xer away from the planet, and was like, "Hey, basically get him away from Earth." Fought him, like put all his forms, his effort in there. Got destroyed and died. His brother Zuka was crap. I forgot what the heck Zuka was doing. Azuka was doing patrolling as well, but he basically didn't really get no news or whatever happened to Kansuke, so he basically drifted off. And then here comes with the second character I was talking about, the second Dragon Ball Z character, which was not Kansuke, I'm saying Kansuke again, Kiyoshiro. And Kiyoshiro, he was the last brother or whatnot, and he, out of all this stuff was going on, his brother was still on the god version of Planet Vegeta. He was still, in the pod doing training and all stuff. And this is about like maybe 20 years before Xer killed Kansuke and also killed his mother and father and all that stuff. So since they didn't have another guardian to replace to stay there for Earth, Kiyoshiro did that. And his original quest was to get revenge. Well, not get revenge, but train hard. Get strong enough to be more better than his older brother. And I was right before it. Kind of get revenge because of the death of his brother and all that whatnot. He been training until he ran into this Saiyan named Fierce, and Fierce was a distant cousin of Azuka and his brother, but he's like his half cousin because Kiyoshiro was didn't have the same father as well. Like his father was in Vardok. His father was actually which is strange because I actually now remember that fight now. That fight God, oh man, Bebo is so old. Anyway, um, it was this guy, um, that he had a son, and his son was named Zangus. But Zangus made his father, but Zangus made his father Zangus and Kirishiro, but he didn't really name the father or whatever. But Zangus' father, I don't know. This is the strange part, how you have your character linking up with other people's characters, on Bebo and all that stuff, because even they don't have, specific names or whatever. Anyway, that guy's father is Kiroshiro's father. And, that what makes Kansuke and all of them his half brother. So Fierce is his half cousin that came from Namek, because he was patrolling, because there was a little incident of basically Namek having this, I don't remember the guy's name. Let's just say some guy made a Frieza recolor, and it was like this other, it was like this guy, he was part of the Frieza race, he was causing all these time paradoxes or whatever, but Fierce came and go beat him, and then he was like, the other guy was going to cause a paradox to mess up things on planet Earth, so Fierce came and met Kirishiro on Earth, and they trained and trained and trained and trained and trained and trained and trained. Then we get to his later arc. It's this guy named Z-Raku, which was Kiroshiro's first villain. He was pretty powerful, but thanks to the training and stuff he had with Fierce, caused him to beat him or whatnot. And then we go to his last arc with Exer comes. Kirishiro comes across a Majin mage, like the mage is just like Bobbity and all that stuff, and the mage was like, yeah, I sense nothing but like revenge and all that stuff, inside of your body, and I can help you get the power to get revenge on the people that killed your family and all that. And then Kirishiro was like, at what stake? She was like, well, it's not really nothing's at stake, as long as you can control and maintain what make you, you know what I'm saying? And it was kind of like a dark, transformation thing, like kind of how like the curse mark and the dark Hadol and all the other stuff. And he was like, okay, I'll make the deal, because dark. I went and he was like, I fought so many, darkness and things and all that. I don't think that will be able to control me. He was wrong. So basically, after he made a deal with the Margin Sage, he started to slowly feel that, he started to become a little bit more angrier and less tolerant and all that stuff. His damn, I forgot. Long. There's so many characters that's linked into them, but they it's so much stuff I did on people. I'm trying to remember. Just bear with me. I'm trying to remember names. It's like I remember all the story, and it's just their names I can't remember because it's been so long. It's like years. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. How did I miss her name? We still hang out and do all that. Okay, I remember now. Basically, Kiyoshiro, after the whole darkness thing, he used to always hang out with Mystic and all that. Oh, I remember Kansuke's Anyway, he was hanging with Mystic or whatnot, and um, you know, and they hanged out a lot. They trained a lot. They have a lot of history, and she was one of the first people that noticed of his 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 like he's how dark he basically become and more angry and all this stuff. Like, he's not the normal Kiyoshiro. So and then later on, a lot of people had noticed, which was his wife at the time, Ritamaru. Speaking of that name, they're gonna see that name pop up later for another character, Ritamaru, and she notices that then again, Ritamaru was. Let me get a little bit on her. Ritamaru she wasn't a god Saiyan, but she was original Saiyan, and she lived by, the original, Saiyan rules. So, Kansuke, Kiyoshiro, he's more like the kind of heart and all that stuff. But she slowly, talk about how the old Saiyan ways and blah, blah, blah. But they end up, getting together, whatever. But that was his wife. And then, basically after that, she kind of encouraged his dark side a little bit, loving the old, ways of Saiyans and all that stuff. Until it got bad. I mean, real bad. Like, Kiyoshiro was like killing everyone, going really out of his, hero state, showing no mercy, all of that, and Mystic was basically looking at us like, this is not you, what's going on and all that stuff. And then you have Dark Kiyoshiro. Now, Dark Kiyoshiro, with some of these pictures, like if you see my old YouTube video, you will see some of these, on my old channel, you see some of these pictures that I'm talking about. But I don't have them on me now, so I have something up there. Well, then again, this whole Kansuke segment, the Dragon Ball Z character segment, I don't have a picture, so I'm just be like, nah, I have something up there. But his dark form was kind of an homage to Baby Vegeta. Like he looked at more like Baby Vegeta, also had this picture of him, he was looking in the mirror as he was descending more into madness as his dark side and all that stuff took over. And then when he turned dark side, man, it made him turn against his family, everybody, until he finally came to X. He was in the dark form, it wasn't like they was on a par, like the whole fight with Xer and Kansuke. Everything went in, but Xer had had a Zenkai boost, because that's how Saiyans are. They have a Zenkai boost the more they battle. But the funny joke about it was the guy, when I was role-playing the battle, he had an early Zenkai boost, like halfway through the battle, whatever. They got Kiyoshiro near death, and then he just let pretty much the whole darkness came in before I got enough strength to kill Xer and get revenge. But it basically cost him. You know what I'm saying? His evil side, just took over. And, it was so much power and so much stuff that he actually sacrificed himself to, keep Earth, afloat. He went to a distant space, he finally took control, of all the darkness and stuff that was inside of him. And, he cried and addressed his family and all the other stuff. And, it was a... Man, and I role played all of that. Matter of fact, I actually I created all of that in that character and all that. Like, it'd be a lot of story and stuff that I do to characters. I don't even know. A lot of stuff, man. It'd be like the heat of a moment, or that was in my head at the time when I did it. So it's kind of like a little bit of improv writing, a little bit. But I mean, I still remember that emotional moment because everybody that was looking at the role play. See, in Bebo, you had like these blog thingies that you can do with role playing. Everybody can come in and watch the role playing, and they can either join your role play or comment on it and say, hey, you know, or they just watch it to see what's going on live. And you know, a lot of people was crying. You know, a lot of people I did little or play little skits with them. You know, they all was like, oh man, you know, Kirishiro was gone. But that was pretty much the story, you know, of Kirishiro. Next we move down to my Naruto characters, which I have 3 of them, but I only have photos of 1 of them, and I have one photo. No, I have 4 of Naruto characters. No, damn! I just realized. Damn, I made that many Naruto characters. I'm actually looking on my little list now. Oh yeah, okay, I remember him. Yeah, I'm gonna just go down and list of Naruto characters, but you're gonna see pictures from one, and you see a double picture of another character that I'm talking about. Matter of fact, I'm gonna add that character when I'm talking about the other character that I have pictures for. So let's start with the first one. My first fan-made Naruto character is one of the most, like, I ain't going to say, like, originality was kind of thrown out the window with this one, you know. His name was Karuto. Yes, I know. Don't have to laugh at it. At this time, I was like a huge Naruto, not like as Naruto the series, but Naruto was my favorite character, and I wanted to make my own little version or whatever of Naruto. So, you know, but I'm just sum him up. Alright. He's a little bit more goofy and then he's really more goofy than Naruto. He's always smiling, cheese. I mean, Naruto laughs, but Naruto gets more serious. Karuto, he really don't get serious at all. Matter of fact, that's how he actually throw off the enemies all the time. He's really never serious, unless one moment with his friend that he has to get serious, because you know that's a deep moment. But even in battles and stuff, his life is on the line and he never gets serious. But just copy and paste some things from, you know, Naruto, but with that personality and all that stuff, and then you have Karuto. Like I said, Karuto originality, blah, out the window. And then we start to my second character. Kishimoto. Kishimoto was basically, now I know a lot of people, before I even say it, because good thing I stopped myself. Well, a lot of people even come with the whole Kisame thing. Nope, this is a fan character. Relax. And it was like, well, Kisame, he's the only demon shark, and you know, I really liked the Kisame at the time, so I made my own type of character of Kisame. But it was kind of, it wasn't the Akatsuki version of Kisame. It was, you know, the regular ninja version of Kisame, you know, of him being more tamed and more, you know, ninja-like, and he really, you know, wasn't that much of a villain, you know. He was more a little lighthearted or whatever. But I'm gonna sum this up. Think of Kansuge. So I got Kansuge on the brain. Think of Kisame and just imagine him good and more, you know, nicer, you know, more kind-hearted or whatnot, and there you go. Now here we go to the nitty-gritty. The Naruto characters that I actually did way more thought into instead of like copying and paste or something. We start with remember how I was saying that one of the names I was saying earlier, how that character is going to come back? Well, it's in this story, and I'm also going to add stuff with another character, how I'm going to say, and I'm going to have pictures for this one. Okay. this character, his name is Shindo Hatake. He's part of the Hatake, um, clan family. And basically, you know, with him, a lot of people see him. I know if they see the pictures, like, oh man, this is copy cut out of Kakashi. No. Their story is totally different. I mean, they kind of have one similarity. They both can copy, jutsus because of the Sharingan eye and all that stuff. But they get it. Both of them get their Sharingan eyes differently and all that stuff. And I'm going to explain in a minute. So Shindo Hatake, his father was oh god, the yawn's coming in. Playing on the Xbox for that long, man, makes me tired. But his father name was Chetsuo Hatake, and Chetsuo Hatake was another Hatake that was in the previous Ninja War, also with Kakashi's father and all that stuff. And he was basically in that Ninja War and died. His mother, Benara, was in the war and she died also, which caused Shindo to be taken in by his uncle. Now, how Shindo pretty much grew up was he didn't pull a Sasuke and be like, oh, revenge, blah, 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 blah. No. He decided to keep up with his parents and his father's legacy. He wanted to learn every jutsu that he could. He wanted to learn, everything, so much, so much knowledge of all these multiple strolls and arts and everything. And he learned all that at a pretty early age, which caused him to be a really young Jonin. Matter of fact, when he was Jonin, how old he was? I think he was Jonin when he was like 13, 12. He was either 12 or 13 years old. He was an early Jonin because he knew like everything. He was a genius. But until he later on had grew up in I'm going dirty because I'm trying to remember, was there any battles before that? Because my memory, so many years, 7 years, man, 7 years. But okay, I remember. He had a fight with let's just say Discount Akatsuki. Yes, that there was a fan-made like Akatsuki group that had a lot of fan-made Naruto characters in there, and they had me as one of the target. Shindo was battling those guys for the longest, and then he met Ritamaru. Ritamaru was originally his student, and let's just say she's also his love interest. I know people are gonna be like, "Oh man," but come on. She wasn't that far from Shindo's age. I mean, when Shindo started doing, he started become, teaching. He started become, teaching people, like being in the team and teaching, having. I'm going dirt. Okay, I got it. Having a student and all that stuff, and he was doing all that teaching. He was like, he was like 17 or 18. One of those years. I mean, she was like maybe a year younger. She was like 50. No, wait. No, yeah. Okay, I remember. He was like 17 and she was like 15. Yeah, she was like 1 year behind. So it wasn't like that. Like I said, he was a joining mad early. Like, he was very, 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 smart and talented. And then basically, he he trained her, for the longest, taught her a lot of stuff. She started to get more closer and closer and stuff. Until like later, when they both was, got a little bit more older. He was like what, twin and getting close to his 20s or whatever, and she was like 19. No, no, yeah, yeah. He was like 20. She was like 19 or whatnot. That's when he got pretty much badly injured and all that. And then once she got up, she basically wanted to take their relationship to the next level. And they wasn't no longer a student, and pupil. I mean, student and master. There was, she wanted, something more than that. I mean, wasn't Shindo originally was like, like, is that really what you want? And this can have consequences. Are you sure you really, all that? Do not let me hold back or whatever, or do not let your feelings go too overwhelmed just because you see your master, is hurt in the hospital. Well, basically, he got in a fight with the actual Kakashi, boy. The actual Akatsuki this time, and it was Deidara. I was role-playing with Deidara. He got me pretty bad because, I was still basically developing my stuff, and he didn't have a lot of art. See, originally, like if they had Kakashi versus Deidara, Kakashi would have won, but he didn't have a lot of stuff in his disposal as Kakashi did until Shindo met the Kakashi, and then he trained under Kakashi and all that stuff, and got better and all that, and then he later on, him and Renamaru had joined the Ambu. And they basically help the Leaf Village and protect it from, danger and threats and all that or whatnot. But I kind of put Shindo on the whole because there was kind of nothing else I could do to him. I mean, he's still fighting the Akatsuki, but now the Akatsuki's done, blase this. And then I was thinking, like, okay, it's time to make another character. And thus, it happened. This was around the time when Neji was really become, my favorite and all that stuff. And I was like, I love the Hyuga clan. Hinata is one of my waifus. Anyway, but I wanted to make, a Hyuga character. And that's when Hatamaru Hyuga was born. Man, this dude went through some ish. And I mean, well, it probably wasn't like Shindo Hatake. I mean, his parents were died, but this guy went through some ish. Being tortured at an early age, also being kicked out and distant of the village that he was born in, which was the Fire Village, because there were people that was in his clan that pretty much didn't want his father to roll over as chief security there. So they basically just took him and just kicked him out of the village until, oh crap, I actually went dirt. Let's go back and bring that picture back. You see that guy right there? The guy with blue hair, sort of like my guy. Yeah, I forgot to put him in there. Sereno Kang, yeah, he was the guy I was talking about that's connected to Shindo's story, that actually have these two pictures of it, whatever. This is them protecting the village from an attack of some road ninjas that was led by Katozaru. He was another fan-made Naruto character, like an epic recolored version of damn, I'm from this Shikamaru, of Orochimaru, and they was protecting, the village and all that whatnot. But basically, he he is a friend of Shindo, and they fought together and you know, help protect the village and all that or whatnot. He also co-trained with Mizu and some other characters. He also helped Shindo train Ritamaru and all that. But he came across Hatomaru. He noticed that, you know, he was like, wait a minute, that head banished from ours. What the heck you doing all that? He was basically doing patrolling of the borders, and he found Hatomaru and picked him up and brought him back to the village. You know, beaten and bruised and neglected and all that. And his parents was like, what the heck happened and all the whatnot. And he pretty much distanced himself from everybody that was in the clan. You know, he was mad at his parents, everybody. And he said, you know what? I'm gonna be the best Hyuga. I'm gonna learn everything, not just pass down techniques and what us Hyugas can do. I want to be. This gonna sound jacked up. I want to be the ninja. I want to be the guy. Like he wanted to be the best. In quote Pokemon. But and he did a lot of reading, training, managing chakra, all that, and he succeeded. Now he's in a team with Shindo and Ritamaru. And they also, go in there and basically help, protect the village or whatnot. That's pretty much all my Naruto characters. Hold on, let me look at my list again. Okay, here's when I get to a warning here. Here's on my MLP characters. If you do not like MLP, hate that stuff, all that or whatnot, I just would tell you just ignore this part or whatnot. Starting with the first MLP character I did, it was a reboot 0.5 version of Kansuke. Instead of it was like Saiyans and all the stuff, it was more had to do with Alicorn. So just take what I said about Kansuke and just subtract the Alicorn stuff. Subtract the Saiyan stuff and replace it with the Alicorn. And then we have my second character, which was Ash Crimson Flame. You can just call him Crimson Flame for short. Just gets the Ash sounds funny or whatnot. Crimson Flame. The funny thing about Crimson Flame, I kind of pushed him out a little bit too early before I actually developed my mini MLP series of another character that I'm gonna get on later on, but I kind of pushed him a little bit too early or whatnot than I was supposed to do. But I'm just getting him out of the way and link him to the other character. Crimson Flame, he's one of the legendary Alicorn Guardians. And he basically has, being the guardian of the damn, I forgot the name of the mountain. It was really funny because I remember I was talking to my friend Isaac about it. He was just laughing. Crap. Damn, it was a funny name. I'm just be a little vague with the name. I can't remember. But he was protecting the volcano in the land of fire. It had a name of the volcano, and then it had a little side note, basically, saying like mountain this, the name of fire. Anyway, he was the protector and the guardian of fire, flame, and that element. And he meets up with, insert another character that I'm talking about. I don't want to just bring his name up to cause confusion, but he meets up with another character or whatnot. I'm filling that gap later. And the next character I'm about to say after this one And they are pretty much supposed to be this team that's called the Guardians of Equestria. They later on come with two other Guardians, which I can name because they're not my characters. You have to go to these guys for them. Which is which was Leafy Falls, a character that is made by one of my friends, Minda, and Aqua, a character made by one of my friends. His name is Biggie. They basically made those two characters. I can sum up their story, but it'll be done in a dirt way because I don't, like I said, I didn't create them. I can't explain them as better. I could be kind of a little vague, but that's not going to be good enough. And they all becomes the Guardians of Equestria or whatnot. And he just no, he's kind of a serious guy. He don't really lighten up that much. He always be like, Equestria is in danger and all that, and he always try to cut the middleman. He's very, very serious, which the next character that I'm gonna talk about after I'm done with him, always work through him trying to make him laugh. You're like, lighten up, man. Like, ugh. But I role played as and had him for a little bit and add him in in that series or whatnot. Then we go to the next MLP character, Cinnamon Pie. A lot of people is gonna be remembering Cinnamon Pie. Oh man, like I role played for the longest with Cinnamon Pie, and oh man, like any of my people on Facebook will come across this video, they will know who Cinnamon Pie is. But this when I was doing the MLP role playings, this was when Bebo was gone, and I jumped shift, and I changed my Facebook page to my real life social page / my role playing page. So it's like I manage the two. I role play and I do whatever. But that's when I had added him on there, and he's a funny, goofy character to do. Just think of Pinkie Pie, but on steroids, man. Like he's a very, very funny, goofy character, and he is the guardian of joy, laughter, and oh crap, I forgot the last one. Come on, baby. Oh, I was doing this character, but I did this character like 2-3 years ago, and I can't remember. Forgive me. Just hold on. I remember the last one. Joy, laughter. But forget it. Just forget it. Joy and laughter, alright? And he always, kept the whole team laughing, and, kept all these drama segments, well. And he was a pretty goofy fighter. Like, instead of, he hurted his enemies in the most jacked up way. Like he used like some type of funny prop. Kind of like how the Joker would do, except it's not too deadly. He just doing the to defend himself or whatever. Like he would throw some stupid thing, but he's a fun character, fun character to role play. And then we get to my next MLP character, which is MLP Keo. Now remember the person I was talking about, like that teams up, he's the leader of the Guardians and all that, whatever. Keo. Now this is the first not reincarnation. The first version of Keo that I ever did was the MLP version, and then I got the version of Keo. And then I got two or three other versions of Keo than the one that I am now. And Keo is basically the persona I pretty much go as now. He's my YouTube persona. I still roleplay as Keo he's just um over the top, just persona version of me. I mean, yeah, but let me go on. All right, Kyo, his story pretty much goes like this. Uh, his mother, which is unnamed for multiple reasons, because the game, yeah, most MLP parents are like unnamed. They're like, oh, this is just what's name's mom, but then again, I haven't even came out for a name for the mom. I probably should do that. I'm going dirt. Anyway, his mom was the previous guardian that had that had the tropes that he had now, and that trope was, I know one of these tropes is gonna sound iffy, but bear with me. He was the guardian of it's gonna sound real iffy, but he was the guardian of peace, pleasure, and unity. Please don't question the pleasure. Just forget that. Get it. Ah! But yeah, that was his guardian tropes, and he was the leader of the group, and basically, oh crap, I'm going dirt because I'm trying to remember. Okay, now I got it now. See, this is why I didn't want to do the scripted, because if I would have did this scripted, it would be like the order and how everything was set up, and then also if I would have did do it scripted, I try to get all the characters and all this being pushed out of one video. If I did it scripted and all chopped up in segments, I will have multiple parts of this whole thing, and I'm trying to all get it at least uploaded on the day of the anniversary or the day after the anniversary, depending on how fast it uploads and whatnot. But I'm trying to get all the junkies out possible. So if I did it scripted, it still would have been a hassle. I remember. So after he been put aside as the new guardian, his mom basically was she had to go off with Celestia to handle crap. I'm trying to remember. It's a fan villain that somebody made. I'm trying to remember that person's story. Anyway, I'm just skipping it before I even go into another idiot loop. A fan villain that somebody else made, that I actually decided to add him in there. Oh, I don't know if y'all heard of this fan villain. They named this guy after that movie, Ferngully, or whatever. And it was like this evil centaur looking dude or whatnot. And I decided to add him in there, just to have, just to have a something to escalate Celestia and Luna and Twilight and them away from the series, so I won't have to go through a lot of continuity errors or whatnot. I mean, I still wanted to use Equestria, but I didn't want to have some continuity errors by adding Twilight and all of them in there. I did manage to add Twilight in one episode, and Kyo was being all like fangirl, it's Twilight, because he really loves Twilight and all of that, and then I was gonna think, oh, I can use Twilight as a love interest. No, because it would piss off a lot of people, and then it make it seem like, oh man, this is just his. It'll end up like those Sonic fan-made things of how they can't just, oh, Sonic's is for me and blah blah blah. Anyway, I won't do it. But blah. The MLP version of Kyo gonna have a love interest, yeah, but I didn't get that far, and that's why I ain't finished writing them. But I'm just gonna let him know he's gonna have one soon. But originally I try to keep Twilight and the main six and all that stuff, basically have them busy and have them away from the situation. But yeah, he's pretty much the leader of the Guardians, and put the whole team together and all that or whatnot. And then I have a obscure character that I only role played on one site. It was I don't think the site is up anymore. Random, whatever. It was some type of role playing site, and I wanted to test it with one of my characters because it was a new role playing site at the time, and it ended so fast. Like the thing is not even up there anymore. Um, here's a character I have. Tetsugaya. Wait. Whoa. Well, did I really name this guy? Okay, I'm looking at my list. Did I get that name? Oh, that's generic. That's how I know I was using this guy as a test character. Start with a generic and painful name. Tetsugaya Imada. Imada. What's going on with me? Imada. And, he was my fan rendition thing of Full Metal Alchemist. He was an alchemist that, he was a state alchemist that was also in the army, helping the rest of the state alchemists, fight and countless people, remaining peace or whatever. And the funny thing about his recolor, he looks like a black version of freaking Ed Elric. Matter of fact, I kind of did the same thing. I made a black version of Ash and did that. Oh, that's how you know I was just testing with that website. Oh, black. Anyway, hold on, let me see what's on the list. Give me a second. I know I got like a couple of characters left. Let's see. Oh, wow! I actually missed this picture. While I was looking up the thing. Oh, Senpai actually had a love interest. It was one of Mystic's characters. I forgot the name. Of her character. Crap. Well, she mostly called me by Kansuke, and I mostly call her by Mystic because that was the whole situation. We did the whole Bebo thing, and we call each other. Even though I told her comment, I was like, I'm Kyo now. I'm not Kansuke. I haven't did that role in like years. But Senpai had a love interest pony that he married or whatever that that was with Senpai. Oh, and I forgot her name, but I might as well just add that for Senpai. Okay, let me go down the line. Wow, I think the last character I have is the now rendition of Kyo. Well, fuck it, let's do it. Alright, now we go to the Kyo. We go to no, oh shit. Oh, what? How did I miss that? Now y'all can see me just fuck up epically. Oh, I got it. Oh, no, Kyo's not up. It's just I got confused because we're dealing with this universe of characters and Kyo has a version in this universe. Bam! Okay, we have two characters. These are my Sonic related characters. We start off with I actually have another wow. Well, wow. Wait. Hold on. Oh, okay. Give me a sec. Hold on, because I wrote her down, but I didn't get her picture. Okay. Alright, probably the reason why I overlooked this because these other two characters I actually forgot are linked to the last set of characters as a story, but I didn't roleplay them, but they linked to the story, but I'm gonna mention them and put them up here. Anyway. But I'm still gonna start with the character that I originally was gonna do first before I even took a small little cut there. Okay, we first start off with Rickson Hedgehog. I'm gonna grab Naomi in this as well, Naomi the Hedgehog, but I'm go back to Rickson first. Rickson the Hedgehog. He was part of a. He was a hedgehog that was part of the original ancient city of hedgehogs that had natural chaos power abilities, basically. And the city was named Kozan. But countless people wanted to basically, kidnap and take people from Kozan and pretty much destroy it and figure out how these people were able to do all these abilities without using chaos emeralds. So, um, in that whole little raid, they captured some people and killed a lot of them and destroyed the city of Kazan. As being noticed this, Rexon and his father, God, my throat. Oh, let me get some water. Oh. Ooh. Rexon and his father, I have the name up here, but I'm probably gonna pronounce it bad. And then again, I added the name for his father at last minute when I was doing the Rexon Detective Kozan story. I didn't do it when I was early way through. Bear with me. Axleon? Axleon. I'm gonna say Axleon. It's Axleon. Axleon. His father Axleon and Rexon has got a word of the whole attacking raid, and they pretty much set out to protect the queen of Kozan. Well, I can say queen, guardian. She was like royalty type figure, and that was Naomi. And after the raid, Rexon tried so hard to take the tribe of Naomi through, battled his way through like countless guards and all that stuff as they reached to the border. They got to the border, they were stopped by a shadowy figure that Rexon did not know who he was. I mean, it was pretty dark out there, but a shadowy figure with 8 tentacles. I mean, I guess Rexon was like, what was it, some type of alien or whatever. But anyway, as they go through there, the guy was basically saying, he was like, we want you, and we're taking Naomi, and blase, dead or alive, and we want your blood, and the bloodline, and blah, 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 blah. And he was going to take Naomi, but Rexon, having a gunpoint, said, no, you're not taking Naomi, and you're not taking their lives, all that other stuff. And then one of the soldiers, one of the soldiers that was with the Shally figure just took aim and shot and killed Naomi. I kind of got this derpiness as kind of a little thing to Shadow the Hedgehog, but it was funny. Okay, just think of that clip of Shadow the Hedgehog of that random guard just go Maria. That pretty much what happened to Rexon, like Naomi, and it was like and Rick soon as they shot Naomi, Rexon went down, was like, just grabbed the body, like, Naomi, and she was like bleeding out and dying, and she was like, in a downward, she was like, Rexon, never forget me, and always keep me in your heart, blah blah blah, typical female stuff what a girl says when she's about to die in anime or whatnot. And she died, and Rexon was like, no, what are you doing? Just going mad, and he takes the gun, he's got to shoot him until the shouty figure was like, no, we'll take this one. As they pretty much zapped him and shot him up with tranquilizers and all that stuff, he pretty much fainted. As this was going on, there was a battle between the people who actually wanted Rexian and wanted his bloodline um between Gunn and and Gunn and the people that actually took out Kozan, that was led by the evil mastermind Regal. And Regal had another powerful envoy under him, Arakto, which was the eight-legged tentacle thing, eight-legged octopus that was there with when they was taking over Kazan and all that stuff. And it was an order from Regal. But as in Regal then tried to transport and get Rexian, it wasn't successful because Gunn had intercepted and took Rexian away. As they took Rexian, Rexian was still in heavy sleep, and then he laid on, wake up and come to, you see his body is badly bruised and all toe up and stuff from like the beating and when they shot him down and took him to Drake Love and all that stuff. He's just sitting there in the tube and all that stuff. Then he has the leader of the gun soldiers just come and be like, it's a hey, like he was like, Anson. That was the leader of the gun soldiers. His name was Anson, and he came to Rexian and was like, Rexian wakes up. He was like, where am I? What's going on? Like, why I'm here? And then Anson was like, don't worry with all that questions. We're gonna rebuild you and make you way better than than what. I know this sounds cheesy like the cyborg. We can rebuild you, make you stronger than what you were. But it was like, we're here to help, all that and whatnot. And they worked on Rexian. They actually secretly, was doing that to have him as a weapon. You know, to help them for countless missions and all this stuff, and do stuff that gun soldiers couldn't do. So they healed him up, basically, and they was testing and seeing how his chaos powers work as they had gave him an injection of what was it? I know y'all not familiar with, I know most times I'm familiar with the chaos drives, right? Those little drive crystal things. Well, there was a special drive crystal that they wanted to combine with Rexian powers, and it kind of made things a little bit more crazy. So they gave it to him and injected the matter and the all that stuff that was in the crystal, and they injected in his body, and it kind of it kind of turned Rexian to to be even way more of a threat. When they injected him, Rexian eyes was originally purple. Um, and so his I think it was his right eye. His right eye changed yellow, and if he take his glasses off, he can actually use a special ability for people who actually lock eyes with him to temporarily how can I say, disable their mind. It's kind of like a telekinesis mind trick. Like he had given the disabled mind and pretty much had them stuck so he can do whatever they want with it. See, Rexian, he only uses that as a last resort. He don't just overuse it. And plus, every time he uses this technique, it causes the dark energy that was in the chaos drive that was inserted, into his body to take more of effect and grow strong inside him, and that's really bad. It's going to turn him into like a evil like giant explosion like just it will adapt and enhance his his dark side and totally conflict his powers and whatnot. Now, there's a lot of chaos powers that Rexian can do without the emeralds, and most of these powers are just offensive moves. But he still need a uh he he still need well a genuine chaos emerald will make his chaos control works tenfold. Like it's on a large scale. Like this man can go super duper time travel like with that damn thing. Like the amount of stuff he can do with the freaking chaos emerald is crazy. But no, I'm saying it ain't. Don't get him confused with like a god mod thing. He's far from it. You can still kill Rexy. You still do all that stuff and whatnot. But the stuff he can do with Chaos Emerald is crazy. That's why he has you know a lesser powerful version of Chaos Emerald that that was worked on and developed by Gun and Tails. I mean, some Rexon, he's connected with some Sonic characters, but not all characters. Gadgets and stuff for the team and all that, and then I'll get back to Rexon's son. Retsuko, he has the marksman skill of his father. He's able to manipulate electricity and all that stuff like his father. And like just think, he has he has all the powers of Rection except the eye thing because he don't have that nobody inject him with the dark chaos drive and whatnot. So he don't have that inside of him, but he pretty much has like every power as Rexian has and whatnot. But he has a more different and lighthearted personality than Rexian because of his mother. His mother is a little bit more lighthearted and all the stuff than Rexian is. But and then you have Chad, and this is I am gonna show this version. I'm gonna show the picture now since I'm talking about this version. My version of Chad, which is Rexon's uh, cousin, and he's the chief and stuff of helping policing and watching over the city. And then you have Rolento, Rolena. I got Rolento on the. Oh, I was right, Rolena, and um, she is a bat, and she's skilled in espionage missions. She's pretty skilled with weapons and all that and stuff. And she is Retsuko's girlfriend. Yeah, my throat is acting stupid today. And I can't really go far with this series because I'm still working on it and all that and whatnot. But that pretty much sum Rexian and and most of the Sonic characters that I had made in the series that I'm supposed to be getting out there real soon. And then um we have another rendition of Kyo. Now there's Mobius Kyo. Mobius Kyo is uh I'm going to explain this a little bit later when I get to the last version of Kyo. You have Mobius Kyo, which is he's just like he is in my series that I put on D Renard Kyo's Legacy, but he's in Mobius form. And every time you see Mobius Kyo, this is around the time. These are usually the crossover episodes between Rexian Protector Kozan and Kyo's Legacy. And they usually would cross over and team up and beat some type of villain, and then Kyo would go back to his world and handle his business there. But I'm not gonna get really that much deep because I still gotta do Kyo's Legacy, and then I'll link the rest to it. But he's this is like this is he's like the last member of the whole Kozan team, and he pretty much helped Rexon and them. Um, Now for the powers and stuff he's gonna do, I'm gonna say that for Kyo Legacy, but this is the Mobius version of Kyo. Now let's actually get into what I'm actually talking about. Now they're kind of like two versions of there's like there's two versions of this type of Kyo. You have um the you have my other persona Kyo when he's a mercenary, and no, he's an assassin, and he takes like countless jobs and all this stuff doing assassin work for multiple people. And this Kyo is the Kyo that's on my that is the Kyo that I roleplay on Gaia and INVU. And then you have the other Kyo, which is the Kyo Legacy Kyo, um, which is the other half of my no, which is my persona now. And I thought I might as well handle that Kyo first. The assassin Kyo. So this Kyo is pretty much, he's not his deal is when he was young, he basically was taken away to his from his assassin taken away from his parents because of a assassin deal has gone wrong. A target that was in his parents' household that he tried to kill. The guy, the assassin guy, his name is Krauser, and Krauser, he this I'm getting a little bit more on that, but Crowley, he was the guy that pretty much that came in his parents' house, that killed the target and killed everybody in there because of witnesses. But he saw the baby, he decided to take Kyo under his wing. Krauser is actually he's a fox, and he's real skilled with guns and espionage and all that other stuff. And he teaches Kyo. Now Kyo, he's part of a certain he's part of a bloodline of the Twilight. Well, people that uses the element Twilight, and don't think of like Twilight breaking dawn or whatever, or Twilight sparkle light. No, the element Twilight. Like, see, the element that I gave him Twilight is it's a combination element of light and darkness, and and it gives a purple aura effect around him, and it allows him to use a lot of I can't call them summons, because that'd be kind of bootleg, but it allows him to use a lot of powers and beings and a lot of stuff of darkness and light, and and that's pretty much his power. It's just a cross between darkness and light, and his weapon is the Twilight pistols. These weapons will come again in the Kyo Legacy series, but we're just gonna handle this version of Kyo right now. He after he got taken in and stuff by Krauser had noticed, like, this guy, he's not, he's really different or whatever. I mean, he's a purple cat with wings, that has a huge amount of Twilight energy was inside him. It's like, I could probably turn this guy into a real assassin, and really turn this guy to actually help me on my mercenary / assassin duty. So he trains Kyo and all that stuff. Kyo later on grows up and all this stuff, and he went from deal to deal to deal, becoming more better at his work and his job, until he assassinated the person that orchestrated the assassination that Krauser did to get his family and his people killed. And he looked at us like, wait, this looks like Krauser. This, something is not good up here. And then he talks to Krauser in the whole situation. He's like, yeah, I did it. I, killed your family and all that other stuff. And they get in a huge battle and all that stuff. But as much as the love and stuff he gave for Keo, Krauser had gave in, and Keo ended up murdering Krauser. And the whole thing like, why? Why we, why all this had to happen? Why we couldn't just met on other terms and other stuff. And it's a tragic thing, And then now Kyo is still doing, assassin and mercenary work, still trying to go, from point A to point B, being the best assassin he can. And then you get to Kill Legacy, Kyo. And oh man. I don't want to spoil too much because I'm still writing episodes to Kyo's Legacy. But I'm gonna say like I'm gonna, basically pretty much do his origin story, his setup. Now, to get more of his story and whatnot, go to my DeviantArt, go look at it. Matter of fact, I need to post more episodes because I haven't did it in a while. I know I promised countless people to post episodes, in the summer, and I didn't do it, and blah blah. But I'm gonna just give his origin, you know, only do his origin part. Well, hold on. Give me a second because I gotta go get some water. Oh yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. Get some water in my throat. My throat is acting real funny right now. But pretty much the that origin of Kyo and Kyo Legacy is basically this happens all the way back um like around the revolutionary age, no, the first revolution age of Leota. And it all started as a huge, takeover, a huge takeover of the person that originally, had the country. Um, and the leader of the country of that, the previous before the revolution had took over was Busuzo, and he was running Leota for a minute you know until Monoe shows up with all his marauders and you know cutthroat guys. They come in there and be like, hey, we're taking over. This is a hostile takeover. We want everything and da 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 da. So they kill um, a lot of guards and stuff that was protecting the building and all that, trying to protect Busuzo. Nah, that name's kind of funny. Busuzo. And Monowi comes up and like, I'm taking over things. I'm the new leader. I'm gonna take over this country. I'm gonna set everything under me. Bada, bada bing, bada bing, tyrant, talk, and then after that, um, he freaking shoots down Bazuo and kills him, but before Busuo bleeds out, he calls the legendary warriors the Twilight Mages. Um, no, he calls Kansuke and also the legendary Twilight Mages. Kansuke is Kyo's father, and he was part of the Leota defense team that was protecting Leota for the longest, and then the defense team actually became the revolution when Monoe just hostilely took everything over. And his father Kansuke and his mother Kaede, they basically been fighting Monoe for a while, but they later on was losing, support and all the stuff for the battle, and they pretty much had to leave. And well, the Kanade, since also she was pregnant with Kyo, she had to leave and go to the Twilight Temple and basically stay there. Um, while Kansuke kept fighting, and then Kansuke once again took on Manoi with the last of his men, and this time Manoi finally got him and killed him. Was like, I'm through with the revolution, and and kills Kansuke. All of a sudden, a lot of years, went by and all this stuff. Kiyo um, was training with his mom and living with his mom at the Twilight Temple. And when he got 21, he decided to take all the strength and all the stuff that he learned, and decided to get revenge on Monoe and finally bring back how Leota was 20 years ago, 21 years ago. And also revenge, and revenge for his father and the people, and um and he teams up with multiple people that's part of his revolutionary team. I am going to reveal these characters because the episode of these characters has already been revealed on my DA. So if you go there and look on go to my DeviantArt channel and look at all my Kyo Legacy episodes, you'll see what I'm talking about. In fact, when I'm after you explain that, y'all need to go over there and go read that. Go, I mean it. But but Candy and Lachi, they his new part. Well, originally he met. I don't look. I'll go skipping stuff. Originally, before he met them, he teamed up with Kazumi, and they teamed up for a while. Going through their journey, trying to find more people to join with the Leota Revolution and help Kyo on his journey until Kazumi, she had to basically um, go back and handle some things, with her magical, bloodline and stuff. She was a mage too, the mage of the Suo um, mages or whatever, and they was friends and allies of the Twilight mages as well. But after when she left, Kyo meets Lachi and Candy, and they be added to the party. And now, they're trying to travel and on their pursuit to bring back Leota of how it was. Now, I don't want to go too far because I'm not done writing episodes, but this is pretty much Kyo's legacy version of Kyo. And in a nutshell, now if you want to learn more and all that stuff, go to my DA when I release all the episodes and all that stuff. And boy, like, oh man, I have a lot, and I mean a lot. Matter of fact, I already got series I already got spin-offs and stuff, other series before I even got all the episodes of, because I was just writing them and putting them all locked in um, on paper and also the back of my head. So once I get I already have all this junk established, so people won't have to keep waiting for sequels. I already have all the stuff planned for them or whatnot. But I'm still on the first series or whatnot, and I gotta hurry up and catch back on it. But those has been all the characters that I created and role played as. Um, throat still acting up and all that. And I'm gonna mention a couple of my voice work. I did voice Shadow the Hedgehog. I think I said that like when I started the video or whatnot. I'm just letting know again. I did voice Shadow the Hedgehog and some other like darkish, emo-ish, type characters before that or whatnot. So I ain't gonna say I'm the best voice actor, but I pretty much know, I pretty much have, some decent experience with voice acting. But I ain't saying I'm like Tara Strong or like the almighty, upper voice actors. But if you need some little project or whatever, done, and you need characters like that, and you don't want to go through all that trouble, not trouble, but all that money and contract signing and all this stuff with the more higher names. You can, um, I do it or whatever. I mean, heck, if you don't got no money, I do it for free to actually help me get my voice exposure out there. I haven't really been doing a lot of what voice acting promos because I already have my perfect set of voices, type of voice that I can do. I'm now more practicing with other voices too, but that is like the voice that those are the type of voices that I pretty much got down. The shadow, the the hedgehog or solid snake type voice. You know, those are the voice I pretty much had did well and all that. Even though the real me is like this uppity, happy-go-lucky. I also voice Keo, and that's a little different than what I usually do. I mean, I voice myself for Keo, but that's a little bit up. And I mean, besides, Keo wasn't really that hard. I didn't really have to go out of my super duper norm to do that anyway. Put that as like bam, take that. I can't really do that. You know. But those has been, all my characters and all that. Celebrating the 7 years that I've been basically role playing and, you know, all that. And hey, I'm up for some more years. I love role playing just as much as I love, oh God, my voice, playing video games and all that. So it's been 7 years, and you know, let's keep that going. So it's been your boy Keo, and I see y'all later.